Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan pre-market roundup. First in the global markets. Yesterday when we closed, most of the European markets were trading in green, whereas the American index futures were showing a negative opening for American markets. But finally, by the end of the day, the European market closed up by around half to 1% across the board, whereas the American markets also managed to close in green by Dow, with Dow being up by only 15 points. Coming back to our markets, we opened on a higher note by around 55 to 60 points on Nifty. But slowly the market gave away all the gains, and at one point of time Nifty was trading in red by around 15-20 points. But towards the end of the day we saw some late surge in Nifty, and Nifty finally managing to close about 0.4% on the higher side, that is around 35 points Nifty and around 150 points on Sensex. Yesterday FIs in index futures were buy around 251 crore rupees, whereas FIs in cash market were buy around 480 crore rupees, and whereas domestic institutional investors were sell around 425 crore rupees. Coming to markets for today, as the SGX Nifty is quoting up around 7 points, we are expecting a flattish opening for our markets, whereas most of the Asian markets are also trading in green. So a flat to positive opening is what we can expect for our markets for today. Now let's hear an update on derivatives.
Good morning friends, we'll give analysis on derivatives. In yesterday's market, after seeing a sharp upside in the last two trading sessions, yesterday's market was like Nifty was on a wait and watch mode, and we have seen Nifty opening up with a positive bias of around 50-60 odd points. But thereon it accelerated between negative and positive territory throughout the day, and throughout the day it remained in a narrow range of 20 to 30 odd points after seeing a positive opening, and eventually managed to close on a flattish note of with a gain of around 0.34 odd percentage at 8160.55. 8100 was a support which Nifty was looking in the yesterday's trading session, and continues to remain as a good support in today's trading session also. On the open interest terms, we have seen minor addition of around 0.34 odd percentage in Nifty, that is 75,000 shares were added in open interest. However, cost of carry did decrease from around 2.5 odd percentage to 1.5 odd percentage, that is Nifty premium came down from 13 odd points to currently 7 to 8 odd points, which is at current juncture between Nifty and Nifty future. However, we consider there was however very much minor position which got added in yesterday's trade, and that most of the positions was on the longer side. Put call ratio have inched higher of around 2 odd basis point, from 0.97 to 0.99. Remember friends, 0.9 and around 1 is a crucial resistance for the put call ratio, and whenever the put call ratio sees and resistance, market also sees some kind of selling pressure at higher levels. So unless it doesn't breach 1.01 in the put call ratio, the resumption of the uptrend would be on the sideline. On the volatility index, we have seen a 1% uptick despite market rallied around 200 points in the Nifty. We have not seen sharp decrease in volatility index. That was the crucial observation to watch out for. It increased, however, it increased by around 1% from 19.13 to 19.31 in yesterday's trade. On the options activity, 8,200, which is the second highest in terms of open interest, has seen some kind of reduction in open interest, which is the only sign, which is the only positive sign which we have seen in yesterday's trade. 8,300 call option have seen an addition of around 1 odd percentage, and 8,200 call option have seen a reduction of 4.5 odd percentage. While in put option, we have seen significant amount of build up in 8,100 strike price, which as suggested, which continues to remain as a crucial support for market for a very short term trend. However, 8,000 is the psychological and the crucial support for the short term trend, while 8,100 is for 1 or 2 trading sessions where we can watch out and can build some kind of long positions around that level if Nifty comes at that level. 7,800 strike price, which is now highest in terms of open interest, has seen an addition of around 5 odd percentage, and 8,000 continues to add around 13 odd percentage in open interest in yesterday's trading session also. There are no securities in bank period for today's trade. On FIS terms, they were net buyers, but with a very small amount. They were net buyers of around, in index futures, they were net buyers of around 251 odd crores, and the open interest went up by around 2 odd percentage, indicating some more long positions was been added by them in yesterday's trade. While index options, they were net buyers of 468 odd crores, and stock futures they were net buyers of 462 odd crores. Now they are net buying in cash market and stock futures both. This is the rare phenomena which we see in the market, where they are net buyers in cash market and stock futures both, indicating a positive momentum can be further seen in the market in the coming trading sessions if they continue to see this kind of activity. Stock options they were net buyers of 17 crores only. For our market level of 5 days, we have stands at 8025 with a lower range at 8025 and higher range at 8265. 8265 is the highest straddle monthly break-even point, and is the level to watch out for the short term. If it goes above it and if it manages to close above it, we might see a further extension of the upside. S6 Nifty is trading down by around 1 point, indicating a flat opening can be expected. It's at 8164. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Now let's have a look at some of the trading ideas for the day. The first idea being Tata Communication. As per media reports, Singapore's technology telemedia investment unit of Temasek Holdings has emerged as a strong contender to buy Tata Communications data center business in a deal which will be valuing the unit at 4,400 crore approximately. Action to be taken is long Tata Com with a stop at 403.7 for target of 424 and 432. Torrent Pharma has got tentative US FDA note for olmesartan medoxamil, which is used for treatment of high blood pressure. Long Torrent Pharma with a stop at 1536 for a target of 1615 and 1646. Dr. Reddy has also got a tentative US FDA approval for generic of Lamictal. Action to be taken here is long Dr. Reddy with a stop at 4159 for a target of 4371 and 4456. On some of the important news flow for the day, IMF has marginally lowered its 2015-16 growth forecast for India to 7.3%, and for next year they have lowered it to 7.5%. But they have expressed optimism about future prospects and said that India to remain the world's fastest growing economy. Maharashtra has cleared 2 Mumbai metro routes worth ₹12,618 crore. Government to Supreme Court on call drops has given statement that telecom companies not using technology to ease call drops, and government is considering imposing conditions on telcos during the next spectrum auction. KFC's parent, that is Yum, has plunged 18% after key China miss. Jubilant Food Work to remain in focus as it operates the competitor brand for KFC, that is Domino's. ICICI Bank, Axis Bank and iBull Housing Finance has cut home loan rate by around 25 basis points. Uflex is looking to set up ₹1,500 crore aseptic packaging factory at Sanand. Sun Pharma has seek shareholders approval to raise 12,000 crore rupees. Aditya Birla Nuvo had sold 49% stake in its wholly owned subsidiary Aditya Birla Renewables Limited to international private equity from Abraj Group. Adani has bought out Glencore's stake in JV. Phoenix Mills acquired majority stake, that is 19.38% stake in Gangetic Hotels Private Limited. Anil Ambani's Reliance Media Works has sold 9.75% stake in Prime Focus for ₹155 crore. CCD Enterprise has filed DRHP IPO to open on 14th October and will close on 16th October. Maharashtra government has given soft loans to sugarcane farmers. They have approved soft loans to sugarcane farmers. SBI, German Development Bank, KfW has signed 300 million loan facility. 75% of JP Group's debt has default rating. Care Rating has revised its rating on ₹11,885 crore worth of long-term bank facility of Jaiprakash Power Ventures Limited to D rating, which is also called default rating. OPEC has given statement that OPEC sees the oil market improving because of higher demand for the group's crude oil and drop in supply growth from non-members. Stocks with positive bias are Tata Motors, IRB and Larsen & Toubro. Stocks with negative bias are Maruti and NMDC. Stocks for investment are Dr. Reddy, Britannia, HDFC Bank, Tata Motors, DVR and Zeen. That's all friends from our side. Thanks and bye. Have a nice trading session.